my laptop was doing my head in, so I fixed it with some scrap wood. Let's get started. I started up by going through my scrap wood pile to see what I could find, and I came across these offcuts from a project I did a few years ago, which was part of the Workshop Banter podcast challenge. I will put a picture up in a minute of the finished outcome. Made all from one pallet, turned out really well. But these are the offcuts. Now we are moving over to the bandsaw, and I'm just trimming them off because I think they're slightly too fat. Doing the same on this one. If you're enjoying the video, if you could subscribe, that would really help the channel out. And I didn't want to have a nice square top. I wanted to have a bit of wavy sort of top. So at the moment I'm doing it at an angle, cutting the top corners off on the bandsaw. Obviously, at the angle I was doing it really safely. So if you're going to do this sort of cut, make sure you are happy with doing it. Don't do it if you're not happy with doing it. I was doing it under control and I knew what I was doing. This is where I made a small change to the design originally. I thought, oh, this offcut here I could put on the front here. That will make it look a lot better and gives me an extra feature I can include in this project. And what do you think I'm building? Do you know? Let me know down in the comments if you've worked it out already. Yeah, just had to trim that off. It was a bit too high. I wanted to make sure I kept that knot on the front. I'd already filled it with black CA glue from past video this wood was used on, and now I'm just filling up any cracks with some black CA glue. So just letting that dry, and now coming to get to work out the layout. Got these two blocks, and I thought that would be quite a good distance to include. And then when messing around with this small piece at the front, it broke. Annoyingly, so I had to glue it back together. So then I clamped it from two different directions, and I put a piece of wood behind it just to give it the extra strength and try and keep it as straight as I could. So now it's time to tidy them up on the belt sander. Everyone's favourite job is sanding. So I'm just going around and neatening up all the corners I can, trying to get going along that same sort of wavy cut angle sides I was putting on them. And then as soon as I was happy with that, I then moved over to do a bit of hand sanding, finish it off on a higher grit. So I finished up on 320. Making sure I get every bit of the wood. And then starting to look like it's coming together. So the next job is to glue it together. And as most of this gluing is going to be end grain, I started off by covering the end grain with glue and then spreading it around and then leaving it for 5 minutes for it to soak in. After that it's soaked in, I had then topped it up. Because the end grain sucks the moisture out of the wood, it will then cause a very dry joint if you don't have enough glue there. So the easiest way to get around this is to coat it with glue first, so it sucks all the moisture out of that glue, and then you add some more glue on top. That will give it a better bond. So here I am just adding a piece of wood to the front of it just to help give it some extra strength when gluing this together. And just get my clamps ready to then glue the back piece on as well. Just making sure I get it all nice and straight. I put too much glue on the wrong side. I always try and make sure I put less glue on the side that I won't be able to get to so easily after I've clamped it together for squeeze out. And I had the piece of the wrong way around, so that's all I was doing there, was just removing a bit then. And now we're clamping this down. there was a little bit squeezed out, so I'm just using the wet rag sort of method as well as the scraper to get into the corners. And then afterwards I thought, oh, maybe I should probably add this one as well to speed up the whole gluing process. So again, I put glue on it, waited 5 minutes, and then put a bit more on, and now just clamping it down. Now once I was happy with that, left it overnight. Looks pretty good. Isn't that just nice and easy, just taking clamps off like that? And look at that, it's starting to take some shape. And now back to a bit of sanding, just to square up all the corners and remove any glue squeeze out from anywhere that happens to have come out that I can get to with the sander. And obviously went up a grit as well and moved to the orbital sander, and then I will be finishing off with the hand sander as well. So look at that, it's starting to look really good now actually. I'm really quite impressed with this, and just to give it the extra support, I thought I better put some screws in, as you won't see it because it's the bottom. And now we are on to finishing. I'm using dark oak wax, and look at that, look how it takes on the wood. And yeah, obviously you get a mixture of some end grain there as well as side grain, and it just looks great. You know, if you're a regular on my channel, you know I use dark oak wax on quite a lot of my projects. And this is just given some great colours, especially with all the lamination of the wood. It gives you nice tones across multiple. Over the years I've used quite a lot of dark oak wax, and this is the method I found best. Applying it and spreading it around with wire wool and then polishing it with a rag. Look at that. Ready for his close-up. And just like that, it is done. And what do you guys think? It doesn't look like much, does it? But it should solve my problem, and I'm sure you're dying to see it in action. So like that, on your desk to hold a laptop. You know, gives you loads of space now and doesn't get in the way for when you're docking on your desk. Then I added this little section on the front as well. Then I thought, oh, I know, quite often you're charging your phone, you can put that on there too. And it can even double up as a phone holder for if you want to watch something while you're having your lunch. It was a nice and quick, easy project. I wanted to make sure I included the knot on the front that I filled with black CA glue. Overall, I like the look of this. I do think it might be a little too high and a little bit too chunky, but after putting it together and all the sizes worked, I didn't want to then run it through the bandsaw and trim off, say, a centimetre off the bottom, and then find the weight of the laptop was too heavy for this, and then it ended up falling over. So I decided to leave it as it is. I think it works well. It'll be pushed to the back of the desk to hold my laptop, so when I'm docked, it gives me extra space on the desk. So it fixes my issue of not having enough space. Let me know down in the comments what you think, if it's worth making something like this yourself, as your desk is a mess and you need this extra space. This is an offcut I had from a table that I made a few years ago, and the table's still going strong in our living room, but these are offcuts too good to throw away, and I'm glad I kept. So I'm starting up a new mini series here for office related items. After the success of my Christmas builds I did at the end of last year, I'm trying to focus on themes now, a mini series. So let me know if there's any desk related or office related items you would like to see me attempt down in the comments, And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I've queued up a video just like this one that I think you enjoy. And if you want to see what else I brought up in this mini series on office related items, I'm going to have a playlist right here for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.